Beep-bop-a-lula, baby, sure sounds fine. Beep-bop-a-lula, sweetie.
It's the day before spring.
Beep-bop-a-lula, doll,
The
don't you
19th of March, 2026. It's now 8:28 p.m. It was a bit chancy tonight on whether or not I was going to be able to go out and get the NGC2900, hopefully the 2999 series, but the last few nights have been like this. Look at that, NGC 2900, in fact 70%, is right in the middle of the field. It's a galaxy, and I'm waiting for data to come up. As I mentioned earlier, it's slower and slower. It's a galaxy in Hydra, the sea serpent, magnitude 13, 1.7 by 1.4, spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 241 million light years distant. Puts it about, let's say, 110,000 light years in diameter. RA 93015 with a declination of plus 4 degrees, 8 minutes, 37 seconds. Okay, there is an open cluster in NGC 2903. It is NGC 2905. And I'm not going to bother to make an adjustment because we're just going to go ahead and stack them up. It's in NGC 2903. It's magnitude 11, so this is quite bright. 13 arc seconds in size, 28 million light years distant. If you're like me, you were wondering about these bright regions in the spiral arms. Look at this spiral arm. It wraps around almost 220 degrees. I suspect this might have been the open cluster, but it could have been this one as well. Let's see if there's another one. In fact, there is not. NGC 2906 is a very apparent galaxy, maybe not as much as 2903, in the 30X field, galaxy in Leo, magnitude 12.7. 1.4 by 0.9 arc minutes, so pretty bright for that kind of a smaller size, well, maybe a roughly usual size. Spiral with a lowercase c, but it's got a quite bright core there. 96 million light years distant, maybe 35,000 light years in diameter. RA 93206 with a declination of plus 8, 2630. NGC 2907 is apparent in the field. It's a galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 11.6, 2 by 1.2 arc minute, basically football shape, spiral lowercase ab, brightish core, 92 million light years distant. RA 93136 with a declination of minus 16, 4409. 2911 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 11.5, 4 by 3.1 arc minutes, so it's right in the middle, lenticular spiral. 145 million light years distance, so this one's probably somewhere around 180,000 light years in diameter. RA is 93346 with a declination of plus 10, 0909, a ginormous lenticular spiral. NGC 2916 is another bright-ish galaxy right in the middle of the field. Boy, I'm glad I played with the mechanics on the declination. It's a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 12.1, 2.5 by 1.7 arc minutes. Good. Slightly larger than the average, maybe. Spiral with a lowercase b, 169 million light years distant, puts this one at about 120,000 light years diameter. RA 93457 with a declination of plus 21, 42, and 19. Check this 30X field. There's another galaxy in the middle right there. NGC 2917, Galaxy Hydra, magnitude 13.6. And you guessed it, it's an Aegean, 1.3 by 0.4 arc minutes. It's got a brightish core, spiral lowercase a, 164 million light years distant, so it's not particularly large, maybe 65,000 light years in diameter. Let's make sure we get that 105x view. RA is 93426 with a declination of minus 2 degrees, 30 minutes, 15 seconds. NGC 2919 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 12.9, 1.6 by 0.5 arc minutes, 3-to-1 aspect, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc. That core is kind of diminutive. 112 million light years distant, so maybe 60,000 light years in diameter. RA 93447 with a declination of plus 10, 1701. NGC 2922 is quite visible in the middle of the field. Let's make sure we back out to 105 so we have a standard galaxy in the Little Lion, Leo Minor. Its magnitude 14.1, 1.2 by 0.5. It's an irregular with a capital with a bar. Interesting. 197 million light years distant, so maybe 65,000 light years in diameter. RA is 93652 with a declination of plus 37, 41, 38. And NGC 2929 is a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 13.7. It's got some confreres there, 1.2 by 0.3. Yeah, that's that Egiani. Spiral lowercase c, 336 million light years, 93729 RA, declination plus 230939. NGC 2939 is a galaxy in Leo. I just love the way everything's settling up. Makes the job so much easier. Magnitude 12.4, 2.5 by 0.9 arc minutes, so getting that edgy on view. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 152 million light years distant, RA 93807, declination not plus 93122, almost a match. NGC 2942's galaxy in Leo Minor. It's a very vague galaxy, isn't it? Its magnitude 12.6, but large, 2.3 by 1.7 arc minutes on. Spiral with a lowercase c, which explains why it's so vague. 202 million light years distant, largish, probably as large as Messier 31. RA 93907 with a declination of plus 34 degrees and 21 seconds. NGC 2948, a galaxy in Leo, magnitude 12.9, 1.4 by 0.9 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 226 million light years distant, RA 93859, declination plus 6, 57, 20. The time is now 9:25 on the 19th of March. Tomorrow morning will be the vernal equinox. It's 2026. This is a nice sky tonight, much better than the last couple of nights. Yes, last night started off poorly and then improved, but not as good as this. What we're looking at here is a 105x view of NGC 2951, a galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 15. Now, it's probably this fainter one here. We're going to end up capturing both of them, no doubt. 0.5 by 0.5 arc minute sized elliptical, 216 million light years distant. Means this is elliptical. It's only about 35,000 light years in diameter. But it's at right ascension 93940 with a declination almost spot on the celestial equator, but minus south, 14 minutes and 7 seconds. NGC 2964 is an even brighter galaxy than the last one I mentioned. Galaxy in Leo, magnitude 11.33 by 1.7 arc minutes. Do I have to tell you this has a ring? Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, ring. 67 million light years distant. 70,000 light years roughly in diameter. RA 94254, declination plus 3150, 49. It has a companion. We do need to push up the magnification and have that view. NGC 2967 is another galaxy, quite obvious in sextants. Its magnitude 11.6, 2.8 by 2.8 arc minutes. Let's push the magnification up so we can get an idea of what a galaxy looks like without a ring. Just kind of a diffuse dissipation of luminosity out into space. 89 million light years distant. Smallish core, spiral lowercase c, RA 94203 with a declination of almost spot on the celestial equator of 0 degrees 20 minutes and 8 seconds. NGC 2968 is two obvious galaxies in the field. The brighter one is 2968 because its magnitude 11.7, 2.1 by 1.6 arc minutes. Spiral with a lowercase a, 72 million light years distance, so maybe 50,000 light years in diameter. RA 94311 with a declination of plus 31, 55, 42. NGC 2978, I'm seeing a couple of galaxies in the field. Let's see, 3 of them actually, north to south. 2978 is yet to give me data. It's a galaxy in sextants, magnitude 13.5, 1.1 by 0.9, so pretty much face on. Spire with a lowercase bc should have a fairly faint core. I'm inclined to this one, but the aspect ratio is better there. 81 million light years distance, so this one's about 20, let's say 30,000 light years in diameter. RA 94316 with a declination of minus 944, 50, 45. NGC 2980 is suspected in the field. There's a couple of galaxies. Oh yeah, I think we saw this group of 3 previously. I'll line them up. This one seems to have an annularity. It's a galaxy in sextants, magnitude 13, 1.6 by 0.8. That's likely to be it there. That's really weird because it's actually more west than the others are. But that does happen. Spire with a bar, lowercase bc. I don't know. It's a bc. Maybe it's this one here. 1.6 by 0.8, 258 million light years distance, so maybe 110,000 light years in diameter. RA 94312 with a declination of minus 936.46. I did expect things to start drifting to the north as we progressed. So take your pick. There's also a faint ghostly galaxy right there. TheSkyLive.com should help. You can also check out AdventuresInDeepSpace.com for Steve Gottlieb's well-considered observations on all things NGC and apparently IC as well. NGC 2983? Yeah, that could be it. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, I like it. Next to a bright star, probably 4th magnitude, galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 11.8, 2.5 by 1.4 arc minutes, spire with bar, lenticular A, 94 million light years distance, so maybe 95,000 light years in diameter. RA 94341 with a declination of minus 20, 28, and 39, warranting a zoom in at 150x. NGC 2090-86 is pretty apparent in the field. A couple of galaxies actually, but the one we're looking at is very bright. Galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 10.8, probably the brightest galaxy of the evening, largest too. 3.5 by 3 arc minutes. It's an elliptical class 1. 100 million light years distant, puts it about 100,000 light years in diameter. RA is 94416 with a declination of minus 21 degrees, 16 minutes and 43 seconds. NGC 2990 is quite visible in the field. Oh, I really think we saw this one before. I might have remembered it. Galaxy in sextants, magnitude 12.7. It's got some texture in it. 1.1 by 0.6 arc minutes, spire with a lowercase c. Yeah, it doesn't have much of a core. 138 million light years distant, maybe 40,000 light years in diameter. It has a neighbor too. RA 94617 with a declination of plus 542.32. It warrants a little bit more magnification before we head out. But I'm going to call it Carpe Noctem right now. An NGC 3109 Galaxy in Hydra, magnitude 99, 19.7 by 3.4 arc minutes. 3.9 million light year distant irregular galaxy. Not much of a core. I'm going to give you a 105x view there. At RA 100305, we're now in the 10th hour, declination minus 26 degrees, 9 minutes, 27 seconds. I don't think I'm going to bother with the 120-second exposure. We're already getting distension on stars, and with that, I'm going to say a conclusive Carpe Noctem.